Hey friend, welcome to Finding Life. I'm so glad you're here. It is Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023, week 8, day 3, live stream number 39, day number 81 of the new year. Let's know where we are, let's know where we're going, and let's make today count. Hey, talking about that, let's check in. Do you know where you're going? Do you know where you're headed? Do you have vision for your life? The word says, where there is no vision, the people perish. So let's live with intention. And do you know where you're going this year? Do you know where you want to go with your life in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Let's make sure we're intentional and know where we're going. Let's not reach the end of our lives and get there with regret and think, man, I wish I'd had the courage to live life true to myself. That was the number one life regret Bronnie Ware heard when taking care of people in their final days of life. They wish they'd had the courage to live life true to themselves. So let's do that now while we have the chance. Let's live our lives true to ourselves. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm here to help you do. Join me. Let's do this. Hey, good morning, live streamers. So great to see you on the show. Let's get you in here. Bobby says, good morning with a sleepy face. Bobby is tired this morning. I'm sorry, Bobby. I'm sorry you're sleepy. I know these mornings come early, don't they? Hey, Lucas. So great to have you on the show, Lucas. So great to see you last night and hang out with you as always. We look forward to seeing you again tonight. We also have Audra on here. Audra, good morning. Thank you guys for being here this morning. I appreciate you. Chloe Bell, my beautiful daughter in Tennessee. Let's get you added to the show. Good morning. I'm so glad you could make the show this morning. Robert Francis, as normal, happy hustle day. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy hustle day. Robert, he's posting on Instagram. You can go over there and follow him. He's up at like 3:30 every morning, getting up and killing it in the gym on his weight loss journey, on his hashtag #FitBy50 journey. You can follow along with him on Instagram. He's killing it. Hey, there's my beautiful mom in Tennessee. Good morning, Mom. So great to have you on the show. I'm so glad you're able to join us here in the morning and interact and connect with us. And then Bobby says, I don't even know where I'm going on Saturday. Yes. For those of you who haven't heard, we are supposed to be going on vacation next week. It is spring break. Shelby's warning us to take a trip somewhere. We originally had planned to go to Italy. That has fallen through. Chloe still doesn't have her passport. We're supposed to go somewhere Saturday. Bobby is scheduled to fly with Jaden to Nashville on Friday morning, and then spend some time there with her sisters and her dad in Tennessee. And then Saturday, we're supposed to fly out somewhere, and we don't even know where yet. But it will come together. It will come together. We will trust in the Lord's plan and timing. Right? All right. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here on the show with me. If you are on the live stream, be sure to let me know. You can ask questions. You can leave comments. You know, I want this to be interactive, so I appreciate all the comments and this morning. Please continue that. As I read through the word, if you have questions or comments, please put those into the show. I would love to hear those and this to be as interactive as possible. If you're catching this after the live stream on YouTube or on the podcast, know that we record these every morning live at 6 a.m. Pacific here from supposed to be sunny Southern California. But right now, it is rainy Southern California. Yesterday, I took a video of the Santa Ana River. It is usually like pretty much dry. And yesterday, it was, I should show the video, but I don't have it ready. But it was just like tons of flowing water. It was just unbelievable. I'd never seen it like that before. But and it's raining here again today. But we will prevail. The sun will return. The sun will come out tomorrow, right? All right, as we go through the word, let me know if you have questions, comments. Let's make this interactive. We're going to focus on the word today. We are laying the foundation for life and finding life with the word. The word is alive and active. It is sharper than any double-edged sword. Proverbs 8:35, wisdom says, whoever finds me finds life. Matthew 7:14 says, small is the gate and narrow the path that leads to life, and only a few find it. I'm here to help you find it. Let me know any way I can help. All right, so we're going to continue on reading in Mark this morning. I did read this morning that Mark was probably one of the first gospels. By the way, the gospel means good news. And Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are the four gospels. They're the same story told from different perspectives, from different people. the one here in Mark says it was probably written first because all but 31 verses of Mark are quoted in the other Gospels. The author of Mark was John Mark, and he was not one of the 12 disciples. So, all right, let's continue on in Mark. Mark 15, 1 through 47. Very early in the morning, the leading priests, the elders, and the teachers of religious law, the entire high council, met to discuss their next step. They bound Jesus, led him away, and took him to Pilate, the Roman governor. Pilate asked, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus replied, "You have said it." Then the leading priests kept accusing him of many crimes, and Pilate asked him, "Aren't you going to answer them? What about all these charges they are bringing against you?" But Jesus said nothing, much to Pilate's surprise. Now it was the governor's custom each year during the Passover celebration to release one prisoner, anyone the people requested. One of the prisoners at that time was Barabbas, a revolutionary who had committed murder in an uprising. The crowd went to Pilate and asked him to release a prisoner as usual. "Would you like me to release this king of the Jews?" Pilate asked, for he realized by now that the leading priests had arrested Jesus out of envy. But at this point, the leading priest stirred up the crowd to demand the release of Barabbas instead of Jesus. Pilate asked them, "Then what should I do with this man you call the king of the Jews?" They shouted back, "Crucify him." "Why?" Pilate demanded. "What crime has he committed?" But the mob roared even louder, "Crucify him." So to pacify the crowd, Pilate released Barabbas to them. He ordered Jesus flogged with a lead-tipped whip, then turned him over to the Roman soldiers to be crucified. The soldiers took Jesus into the courtyard of the governor's headquarters and called out the entire regiment. They dressed him in a purple robe, and they wove thorn branches into a crown and put it on his head. Then they saluted him and taunted, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they struck him on the head with a reed stick, spit on him, and dropped to their knees in mock worship. When they were finally tired of mocking him, they took off the purple robe and put his own clothes on him again. Then they led him away to be crucified. A passerby named Simon, who was from Cyrene, was coming in from the countryside just then, and the soldiers forced him to carry Jesus' cross. Simon was the father of Alexander and Rufus. And they brought Jesus to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. They offered him wine drugged with myrrh, but he refused it. Then the soldiers nailed him to the cross. They divided his clothes and threw dice to decide who would get each piece. It was 9 o'clock in the morning when they crucified him. A sign was fastened to the cross, announcing the charge against him. It read, "The King of the Jews." 2 revolutionaries were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. The people passing by shouted abuse, shaking their heads in mockery. "Ha! Look at you now," they yelled at him. "You said you were going to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. Well, then save yourself and come down from the cross." The leading priests and teachers of religious law also mocked Jesus. "He saved others," they scoffed, "but he can't save himself. Let this Messiah, this King of Israel, come down from the cross so we can see it and believe him." Even the men who were crucified with Jesus ridiculed him. At noon, darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. Then at 3 o'clock, Jesus called out with a loud voice, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you abandoned me?" Some of the bystanders misunderstood and thought he was calling for the prophet Elijah. One of them ran and filled a sponge with sour wine, holding it up to him on a reed stick so he could drink. "Wait," he said, "let's see whether Elijah comes to take him down." Then Jesus uttered another loud cry and breathed his last. And the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. I read about this morning in my Life Application Bible. And just to interject here a little bit, it says, "A heavy curtain hung in front of the temple room called the Most Holy Place, a place reserved by God for himself." Symbolically, the curtain separated the holy God from sinful people. The room was entered only once a year on the Day of Atonement by the high priest as he made a sacrifice to gain forgiveness for the sins of all people. When Jesus died, the curtain was torn in two, showing that his death for our sins had opened up the way for us to approach our holy God. And it was torn from top to bottom, showing that God had opened the way. So, just want to add that. And let's continue on. Hey, Dana Stone King says good morning from Huntsville. So glad you could join us, Dana. So glad you could join us. Happy that you're here. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hustle Day. All right, let us continue. When the Roman officer who stood facing him saw how he had died, he exclaimed, "This man truly was the Son of God." Some women were there watching from a distance, including Mary Magdalene, Mary, the mother of James the younger and of Joseph, and Salome. They had been followers of Jesus and had cared for him while he was in Galilee. Many other women who had come with him to Jerusalem were also there. This all happened on Friday, the day of preparation, the day before the Sabbath. As evening approached, Joseph of Arimathea took a risk and went to Pilate and asked for Jesus' body. Joseph was an honored member of the high council, and he was waiting for the kingdom of God to come. Pilate couldn't believe that Jesus was already dead, so he called for the Roman officer and asked if he had died yet. The officer confirmed that Jesus was dead. So Pilate told Joseph he could have the body. Joseph brought a long sheet of linen cloth. Then he took Jesus' body down from the cross, wrapped it in the cloth, and laid it in a tomb that had been carved out of the rock. Then he rolled a stone in front of the entrance. Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of Joseph, saw where Jesus' body was laid. Another thing this morning from the Life Application Bible, it says, why did Jesus have to die? The problem: we have all done things that are wrong, and we have failed to obey God's laws. Because of this, we have been separated from God, our Creator. Separation from God is death, but by ourselves, we can do nothing to become united with God. Why Jesus could help. Jesus was not only a man, he was God's unique son. Because Jesus never disobeyed God and never sinned, only he can bridge the gap between the sinless God and the sinful man. The solution: Jesus freely offered his life for us, dying on the cross in our place, taking all our wrongdoing upon himself and saving us from the consequences of sin, including God's judgment and death. The results: Jesus took our past, present, and future sins upon himself so that we could have new life. Because all our wrongdoing is forgiven, we are reconciled to God. Furthermore, Jesus' resurrection from the dead is the proof that his substitutionary sacrifice on the cross was acceptable to God, and his resurrection has become the source of new life for whoever believes that Jesus is the Son of God. All who believe in him may have this new life and live it in union with him. Hey, that's what we're here to do, is find life. Find life. We are finding life this morning. Hey, let us know any questions or comments. Keep them coming in the live show, in the live stream. I appreciate you guys being here. All right, today's psalm. Come with great power, O God, and rescue me. Defend me with your might. Listen to my prayer, O God. Pay attention to my plea, for strangers are attacking me. Violent people are trying to kill me. They care nothing for God, but God is my helper. The Lord keeps me alive. May the evil plans of my enemies be turned against them. Do as you promised and put an end to them. I will sacrifice a voluntary offering to you. I will praise your name, O Lord, for it is good. For you have rescued me from my troubles and helped me to triumph over my enemies. And today's Proverbs: the godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath their load of sin. The godliness of good people rescues them. The ambition of treacherous people traps them. All right, that's it for today's reading. My voice went a little high there. Hey, thank you guys for being here this morning. If you have any last questions or comments for today's show, please get them in now. If you have anything to say about today's word, let me know. Put them in the live chat now, or if you're catching this later, you can put them in the comments on YouTube. I will check those. Hey, Zach Bell. Great to see you, my brother. Let's get you into the broadcast. Zach says, great readings today. I appreciate you all being here. Hey, I'm looking to live my life true to me and help you live your life true to you. I'm looking to be the person that God created me to be, find the life that God created me to live, here to live my life well and help others do the same. Let me know any way I can help you find life, live life well. You know, in the parables of the talent, when the owner went away, he left the three guys with some money. He went away and came back to see how well they had done. The ones who done well were rewarded. The one who didn't do well, he had just like stayed the same. He didn't do better. He didn't do worse, but he didn't do better. He just stayed the same. Everything he had was taken away from him. We are called to be stewards, good stewards of everything that we are given. Our time, our money, our talents, our gifts, our family, everything that we have, we are called to be good stewards and do well with it. So let's do well with it. Let me know any way I can help you do well. That's my goal, all right? Let's see. What else? I think that's it. Hey, if you have any questions about today's show, about anything that we read, let me know. You can leave comments on YouTube. You can send me an email. You can even set up a call with me. Everything is down below in the description. Until tomorrow, let's live with intention. Let's live life true to ourselves. Let's take ownership and control what we can control. Let's let go of what we can't. Let's find joy in the journey. And let's keep finding life, all right? Until tomorrow. Hey friend, thanks for watching my video or listening to my podcast. Again, I'm so glad you're here. If you would like more information about finding life, please be sure to subscribe. Don't forget about my free PDF download, The Top 3 Keys to Finding Life, which also includes the one decision that completely changed everything for me and can for you too. I'll have a link to it below. If you would like to help me help others find life, please be sure to give me a like, leave me a comment, a review, share with your family and friends. Any activity I get helps me help others find life. Lastly, don't forget to let me know how I can help you. What challenges are you facing? What are you struggling with? Let me know how I can help you specifically. Leave me a comment, send me an email, or set up a call with me. Until next time, let me leave you with this. There is a common thread that connects us all, and there is more to life than meets the eye. If you have ever felt like there has to be something more to life, you're on the right track. Keep moving forward.
Yeah.